Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good? It's man Theo Butler. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to those that are celebrating. Happy Easter. Happy I'm trying to make sure I say this right and everything like that. Happy Resurrection Day. Yeah, there we go. Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day. And for those that are doing it, yeah, today is today for different reasons to different people. That's what that is. So I'm trying to make sure I got everybody covered and everything like that. And if today just happened to be your day off, happy day off. But happy Easter, happy Resurrection Day, happy 420. Happy day off. I'm just saying, I'm trying to make sure I'm doing right by everybody and everything like that. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. You see what we got going on. This is going to be a fun show. If you see the images between Anthony Mackie, Tracy Ellis Ross, Joe Budden, and T'Challa, we got a great show. I apologize. I probably need to get me some Hall cough drops and everything like that. Your brother is feeling a little bit up under the weather. What is going on? S. Jadix in the building. RC, yeah, we in here. We in here. We gonna make it do what it do. And since we got two, we know we got a crew. We gonna make it do what it's gonna do. Yeah. So yeah. Oh my. It is a lot going on. There you go. President of the Black Panther fan group, my brother Kamoyo, who also has his own YouTube channel, the Black Panther fan group. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. But so let me just go ahead and say two of these topics I wasn't going to talk about. Say, Theo, I wasn't going to address the whole Anthony Mackie masculinity thing because I think folks feel some type of way because I've been talking about Anthony Mackie quite a bit now. And I wasn't going to address the Tracy Ellis Ross thing because I like this. I'm this gonna sound funny, but I'm above certain stuff. That's what I'm gonna say. I like to think I'm above talking about certain stuff. Other folks can talk about it. That ain't my cup of tea. But hey, when stuff start connecting, you be like, oh, so y'all get it now, huh? So that said, you know who we getting ready to talk about. You know why we getting ready to talk about and everything like that. Like I said, if you have not hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button. Now the first thing I want to address is my brother Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie. Now, this comes to us from, well, I'm not gonna say the website because I don't. Well, I guess Celebrity. It's got Cella and then bitchy. It's got them two words together and everything like that. Yeah, this come to us. Want to make sure I'm giving props where props due by Kaiser. That's all we got. Kaiser, Kiser. I'm not a regular listener, watcher of the Pivot podcast, but the men behind it get some good exclusives, and their interviews often make headlines. Simone Biles' husband, Jonathan Owens, made his terrible comments about men in marriage on the Pivot podcast in late 2023. I remember that one. I remember that one, but it was like, because he said, I'm the catch. And everybody got mad. And I'm thinking to myself, so he's a professional football player, right? Right. I get it. She's an Olympic gold medalist, multi times over and everything like that. Men and women see that differently. We look at her accomplishments differently. Her accomplishments don't define her to us as men. We just want to know, is she going to make a good mate for us? She ain't gotta have them Olympic gold medals. She can walk in the club, Simone Biles, and whatever man is looking at her that's attracted to her, he don't get too damn about them. The gold medals are just icing on the cake. It don't work like that for us. It don't. It don't work like that for us. It don't. The dude that's making $25,000 a year, because it's Simone Biles. He got Simone Biles. No. Every dude can't pull Simone Biles. Like, every dude can't pull a Simone Biles. That's not what that is. No. She's checking for a certain type of dude. Thus, he's the catch. She ain't dating him, ain't considering having his kids if he work at McDonald's. No, we need to stop that lie. Nobody needs to help. We need to stop that. Stop that. So I didn't know why folks got in they tithers when he said it. No. Because he can't pull some. He could look how he look. Come on now, Theo. He can look how he look. Working at Walmart. She paying him some attention? No. 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 She not even checking for him. No, stop that. Stop. I need us to understand it. No. But Theo, what you saying? What I'm saying is, because we've been saying it, men, we don't care how much money you make. Historically speaking, we date down. If you make as much money as we make, that's nice. That's nice. But see, when a man say he's independent, we mean that. I don't necessarily need you to make as much money as me. I got my money. You want me to say that again? Because we don't talk about it from the man perspective. I'm an independent man. What can you do for me? Your paycheck ain't it. It's nice. That's nice. Your paycheck ain't it. I'm asking some questions. Can you comfort me when I'm going through something? Do you know how to season your food? No, we need to understand that, because not every sister can boil hot water. No, can you season your food? Do you know how much sugar to put in the Kool-Aid just by eyeing it? Do you? Salt or sugar when it comes to your grits? I need to know this. Do you know how to dance? Yes, that's a requirement. You cannot have two left feet. Not as far as I'm concerned. Do you have Megan needs? Yes. See how I'm looking at all this? Ain't none of this got a damn thing to do with your paycheck. We can't say that though, can we? I can't go to no woman and say, well, I can do all this other stuff. Why are you concerned about my paycheck? You got your own money. Because you a man. You know what? You're absolutely right. And your job is to provide and protect. You know what? You absolutely right. That's my job. Provide and protect. Now, how much protection you need is up to every woman don't need the same amount of protection. I'm saying, like, why every time we go out the house, I'm getting into a fight? No, that's not what we're doing. And you need me to provide. Okay, so you need me to provide. At what point am I doing the most in providing? Say you got a car. Does it need to be brand new? Or did I just need to go out and get you a car? You say you want you a purse. Okay. Well, is the purse that I got for you from Walmart good? Or you need me to go off to a whole nother country and get you purse off a cow that's just been deleted? Like let me know. Do you need, can I go get us a 2-bedroom house? Or is you pissy about that and you need me to go ahead and just off the rip get a 6 to 7 bedroom house? See, it's levels to this. See, is what I'm saying. it's levels to this. Now, mind you, if you are an independent woman and you got your own money, no, I'm just, because I'm saying, like, it's safe to say as a dude, because you coming to me, you ain't probably got what I got, so I'm gonna go ahead and have to buy that if I ain't already got that. Well, it don't work for me like that on the other side of the fence. It don't. Thus, he was the catch. I know some people got in their feelings about that, but no, he was the catch. He was the catch. Not saying Simone Biles is not a catch in and of herself. I did not say that. Do not put those words in my mouth. I just broke it down to you why he said what he said and why there's some truth to that statement. That said, though, that ain't what we hear about, though. No, we hear about this right here. Going back to Anthony Mackie, on raising my sons, I keep my boys humble. I like that. That's respectful. Like my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. I don't know what that got to do with them being men, them being respectful. I don't know what that got to do. I don't know what that got to do with it, but hey, each to each his own. My boys don't do all that internet fly ish. Okay, I think I understand what you mean when you say that. I'm with that. I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. My oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Once you get one that's right, he's going to straighten the other ones out. I want to see dad mad on the screen. I ain't seen dad mad yet. And I'm dad. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I think you capable of doing some stuff that some other folks think you not capable of doing. And it's because we ain't seen you mad. But I believe you can do it. Your 15-year-old say, okay. The death of the American male. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes, in our communities for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. I like that. I like that right there. They will always say thank you, and they will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that the mother is provided for. They will always be men. I like that. That's to be commended. I like that right there. I like that right there. You say for the past 20 years, though, right? Say for the past 20 years? Okay. All right. All right. Past 20 years. Okay. Anybody besides me remember the Target ads that received a lot of scrutiny several years ago? You remember when the Target ad, it had the families up there for holiday ads and everything like that? You saw the black mother with her black children. You ain't see no black male in the picture. You ain't seen it. As a matter of fact, can I ask you a question? When was the last time you saw a black male with a black female, a black man with a black woman in either an ad, circular, commercial, video, where you had the black family? Let me know. Put that in the comment section. Because, I seen a whole bunch of interracial stuff. Like I said, love who you love. Love who you love. Love who you love. But when Anthony Mackie talks about that erasure, wasn't he in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? No, wasn't he in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Wasn't his sister in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Yeah, sister. You remember the young lady, dark-skinned sister? Remember? She said she would love for her character, wouldn't mind for her character to have a relationship with Sebastian Stan. I don't know if y'all remember that. Yeah. She had 2 sons. Yeah, Sam got 2 nephews. No, we don't know where Dad at. No, we don't know where Dad at. No, we don't know where that's at. Everybody play their part. Anybody talk about it? Anybody complain about it? Anybody ask any questions? That was his show. The Erasure of Masculinity. Now, I don't know if you keeping up with me like I'm keeping up with you. I put a couple of videos on Twitter. That's what I call it. You saw Sam, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Brock Romolo, you out of your depth, kid. You out of your depth, kid. Y'all remember that scene? How many times Brock Romolo throws Sam on his ass? I know y'all like Theo. He's shield trained. Sam is 250, 6'2". Sam is special forces his damn self. You couldn't tell it based on how many times he got slung around that damn office. And he didn't even want to spend the block on that. That's imagery. You know, we talk about the erasure because that's what he said. The erasure of masculinity. Okay. We all play a part. We all play a part. Then we get to Joe Budden. Joe Budden is going to address it. But Joe Budden got some biases in his addressing it because he says we're quicker to see a man engaging in oral sex with another man before we see a masculine man. So what he just did in his podcast was he equated masculinity to orientation. Theo, how you feel about that? So somebody would be asking me to, you're asking me, do I think that every heterosexual male displays masculine tendencies? No. Not if we're thinking about what I believe are the traits of a masculine male. But then we got Tracy Ellis Ross. She don't date older dudes. Too much toxic masculinity. You know, I'm old enough to remember when we called somebody a male chauvinist pig, and that's all you had to say. It's 2025, and still to this day, I do not know what the difference is between a male chauvinist pig and toxic masculinity. I don't know it. I don't know it. Now, I do know you can be a male and have masculine traits, masculine energy, right? All right. Same thing, male, feminine energy, female, masculine energy, female, feminine energy. Yes, because we see that. I don't, I don't, we're saying old white dude created the fiction of toxic masculinity. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I know what being a male chauvinist pig is. That's you trying to dominate over a woman. You thinking a woman ain't nothing but a second class citizen. She can't do the things that you do and everything like that. You just treating a woman like she's just less than. And with that being said, I still don't understand how quite a few of them voted the way that they did this prior election. But hey, I don't know how that's what they did. I don't. No, I'm not talking to my sisters. I'm not talking to my sisters. I saw how y'all voted and everything like that. But I just know it's way too many that be complaining about how they being treated by men. We don't make as much money as men. We don't get the same respect. Then why did you vote? Never mind. Ain't no way in hell I feel like that about a dude, and I'm voting for a damn dude. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what my mates say. Oh no. If I no, but hey, we here now. So Tracy Ellis Ross, she don't like dating dudes her age. Now, Tracy Ellis Ross is my age. And I'm trying to figure out. Because that's Gen X. That's Gen X. That's Tracy Ellis Ross is Gen X. Okay, well, first and foremost, if she date an older dude that's on her level, think about what we're saying. He's on her level. He don't need her money. Now, I think we all can admit male, female, black, white, Jew, Gentile, heterosexual, LGBTQ plus. You move differently when you don't need a mug for nothing. When you don't need somebody's money, you move differently. You do. You move differently. You don't need them. You don't need their money. So if Tracy Ellis Ross is dating a dude, they're in the same tax bracket. Yeah, he gonna move differently than the dude that's younger than him. You damn right he is. He got bread. So when he say, hey, I'm gonna be over there at 9 o'clock. You good? She ain't really gonna be able to just brush him off because he be like, oh, do she not know who she talking to? But mind you, a woman would be able to say the same thing. A dude that's younger than Tracy Ellis Ross, he ain't in her tax bracket. He ain't in her tax bracket. He ain't in her tax bracket. See, sometimes we get toxic masculinity confused with I just want to be able to say and do whatsoever. You can say and do whatsoever with the young dude. Yeah, he good with you just buying him some Jordans. He good with you buying him a PlayStation 5. That's gonna make him feel good. The dude that's your age, he already got it. And he ain't necessarily pressed for you to be talking over him, whereas the young dude probably feel like he got to shut up or you gonna cut him off. The dude that's on your level, the older dude, don't give two damns about you cutting him off unless he's in love with you. He'll care then. But y'all just dating? I get it. I understand. You But the older dude, and I don't, because we're not giving no clear-cut definition on what's toxic masculinity and everything like that. Yeah, I'm paying for every damn thing. I got it like that. Your money ain't no good here. Yeah, I get it. You're an independent woman and everything like that. I'm not with you for your money. I'm with you for something else. And it's all on the inside. Spiritually, inside. Mentally, inside. Physically, inside. Everything I want you for is on the inside. Ain't nothing on the outside, because every female got that. Every female got that. You got a big butt. Well, you know what? Hey, first and foremost, BBD said, never trust a big butt and a smile. I like that logic. Don't necessarily say I agree with it, but I like that logic. But you got a big butt. Okay, well, it's big butts out here. The older dude looking for something else besides that. And if you don't want to deliver, it might not be, because I still don't know what toxic masculinity is. I don't know what that is. If he's being a male chauvinist pig, I don't know why you would date him in the first place. But you can be young and be a male chauvinist pig. That's what that is. You just think women are inferior to you. But I don't know. I don't know. But flipping it back to Anthony Mackie, because we're going to get to this Black Panther comic book in a second. I can't wait to talk about that one. What's masculine? I think that's a fair question. What's a masculine man? Give me that definition, because we didn't throw simp out there. And I'm talking about, I think Russell Wilson is a masculine man. But I might not be in the majority with that. I might be in the minority. Let me see. Russell Wilson. Married Sierra. Treats the child that she had prior to him like his very own. Bought her catalog and gave it to her for either a wedding gift or a birthday gift or anniversary gift. But he bought her catalog and gave it to her. You know, there are some of us that complain about what he's doing for her. I've read comments where folks have said he need to take care of his own damn kids. Okay. Well, what about the guy who's the father of her oldest? Got a nice little rap game, if you like that style of rap, right? Got quite a few cheering, so it's safe to say the ladies love him, right? Is that a masculine dude? Future is what I'm asking. Is Future masculine? I only ask the question because I'm of the mindset I don't think we know what the hell masculine is. That's my point. I don't think we know it. Let me see. Anthony Mackie is raising his sons to be respectful. There's some softness to it, though. Like I said, I ain't seen Dad get mad. And if you look at his portrayal of black characters on film, somebody calling him a kid, another grown man is calling him a kid in one movie, and another grown man is sonning him in another movie. Are those the qualities of a masculine man? Is that a man teaching his son how to be masculine? Because mind you, if we're talking about imagery, the two characters that called him, one called him a kid, the other one sonned him, those were two white men. So what is he teaching his children to be okay with? His sons to be okay with? Is that masculine? Is it masculine enough? If we're looking at Tracy Ellis Ross, hey, a man your age gonna move differently than a younger man. It's not necessarily toxic masculinity. It might be maturity. It might just be he has qualities that you don't want in a man. And all the older men have it. Like I said, you mean the older man, he on your tax bracket? Oh, it's just some stuff he's just not going to deal with. He ain't got to. Because while you are Tracy Ellis Ross, I think Beyonce got cheated on. We don't need you for your money. We're with you because of how we think you can treat us. And if you can't treat us the way we want to be treated, it is what it is. And you know what? I'm going to spin the block because somebody's going to have to tell me what toxic femininity is because I ain't never heard that. Anyway, then we get to Joe Budden. We can't have conversations if we're already biased. We can't do that. If you're already coming in and you feel like there's too much sexual orientation over here, that's a different topic. But if we're speaking about what we should have been talking about, which is the erasure of the black male, what we should have been talking about, the erasure of masculinity in the black male, then we could have had something. But ain't nobody want to talk about that. You easily could have, because you see it right there. Joe Budden is the man's man. That's an alpha male. Well, that alpha male ain't ever said anything about seeing brothers in the MCU get their ass drugged in the MCU, but that's an alpha male. Anthony Mackie, he talks about wanting his sons to be respectful. Well, that's great. That's the right thing to do, to teach your sons to be respectful. But shouldn't we also be teaching them to be respectful of themselves, setting a precedent for that? Because what happens when the son comes home and say, hey, Dad, this guy called me a kid? What's the conversation? Hey, Dad, this dude called me son and told me I could never be as good as a white man. That's imagery. That's representation. And you put that on film for more than just your sons to see. Is that masculine? I ain't asking. I'm just asking. We're going to shift gears real quick once I get past these notes, and we're going to talk about, this Brian Hill comic book. That's what we're going to talk about. Keep it right here. Hit them likes. Miss Maxine in the building. Maxine Shaw, attorney at law. What's going on, Miss Maxine? What's going on? Attorney at law, like that. The Kamoyo King, what's going on? Long minute since I seen intact black families in commercials. Been a minute. That's where the erasure coming out. The erasure of the black man, the erasure of the black family. Because we ain't seen the black family where at. You ain't seen the black father really in the MCU. It's crazy when we talking about it, but we talking about it and we got one dude that actually works in the MCU and one dude that's actually very opinionated. I would like to think both of them feel like they alpha males, but you missing the points. You either can't see them or you missing them to push your own narrative. Oh no, they sitting right there. And I'm gonna say this: yelling don't do nothing. All that yelling, raising the voice and everything like that, all that hyper aggression. Now, see, somebody might be able to allude to that as being toxic masculinity, because why are you yelling over your host? Why are you yelling over y'all co-hosts? There should be some type of decorum in there. Y'all not having no conversation. It sound like damn shout matches over there. Look like damn shout matches. No, be better than that. Be better than that. But no, moving right along, keep up with these notes. I suppose I look at Simone Biles' husband from the perspective of no true Catch feels the need to tell that to the media. Nah, I'd have kept that to myself. I don't know why he felt like he needed to say it, because to your point, X-Jatic, when you know it, you know it. I'm with you on that one. Hey, boy, look here. I ain't got to say it. But you know what we do. You know what we do. We mess around, get around the fellas and get to running our damn mouth, saying stuff we ain't got no business saying. That part. She believes she controls the dynamic because she has her money. How her money was the same. Yeah, mom was the same way. Never mind. Not in her bracket at all. Not. Panther, yeah, my problem with Mackie is he talks the talk, but don't walk the walk when it comes to Sam Wilson and MCU. Like I said, 6'2", 250. 6'2", 250. And the amount of cognitive dissonance. I didn't see nothing wrong with the film. Like I said, black men saying it. I didn't see nothing wrong with the film. So let me see if I got this right. Let me see if I got this right. You a black man? Yeah. You're a self-respecting black man. Yeah. Now, don't tell me you're a black man and you feel some type of way about racism, because I'm really going to start looking at you sideways then. But you tell me you're a black man and you telling me, yeah, I liked it. And I'm going to go through all parts of this movie. And you're going to get stuck. You're going to start fumbling with your word and like so you ain't have no problem when Thunderbolt Ross called him son and told him he need never be the man Steve was. You gonna pause. If you're a dude, you might, yeah, that kind of bothered me right there. Okay, that's your first lie right there. So you not finished because that bothered you. Then I'm gonna ask you, so you know you ain't seen Sam put no hands on nobody in a minute, right? So you was fine with Sam just basically talking to the Hulk like he was a Natasha, because wasn't at one point in the movie he tried to sing to the damn Hulk and that didn't work? You gonna look at me and you gonna laugh, and I'm gonna laugh right along with you. So I'm be like, okay, so damn it, now that we didn't got that out the way, tell me what you felt good about this. Was it about Isaiah getting his ass locked up? Is that what you felt good about? Isaiah Bradley getting his ass locked up, getting accused of a crime he didn't commit, and damn it, he couldn't even get house arrest. My dog, and what was going on with his damn haircut? Why is his haircut looking like that? Why they got called Lumley? You Anthony Mackie, really? You went along with that foolishness. Where your woman at? No, where's your woman at? Why you ain't got no love interest? See how we doing that? Because all that's masculinity. It is. Sam didn't been to Madripoor. Shoes uncomfortable. So you don't know how to walk in dress shoes. What cool ass, smooth ass black man don't know how to walk in no damn dress shoes? What smooth ass black man, I don't give a damn what his job was, would have went to Madripoor looking at all them half behind naked women and ain't look at one of them? Sam ain't tried to holler at not one female by himself since he's been in the MCU. He needed Steve's help in the first movie. My sons don't need nobody help to go holler at a woman. I'm teaching my son, hey, you got that. What? Yeah, you got that. My son don't need no celebrity's help. You're a Mackie. Go do that. It's right there in your name, Mac. Go Mac her up. It's right there. No, I don't need your help. We're gonna write this part in there. You need Steve help. Steve help for what? You need Steve help to holler at the reception. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Well, we just thought you gonna make me look like a simp. That's what you finna do. You finna have me looking soft as drugstore cotton. No, you put something else in there. I might need Steve's help with parking. Say that. I need his help with parking. I don't need his help with no woman. No, the hell no. I feel like that in real life. What brother am I talking to right now feel like he need a celebrity to introduce him to a woman? Or man. That's because that's absolutely fair. Who? No, I don't need your help. No, I got it. I absolutely got it. What's going on, Black Panther? I admonish the women in my family that a man isn't toxic because he won't let you disrespect him. Your mouth can whine you listen all by yourself. We got a Sam who's broke, maidenless, and not sufficiently badass. That pretty much. A masculine man conducts himself with dignity and bring orders to chaos in his household. You know what? Stay with me. Stay with me. This gonna fly over some people's heads. Stay with me. Stay with me now. Very seldom is a masculine man, not that it can't be done. Some folks, it's the ego thing. But very seldom has a man who's confident in his sexuality, thus his masculinity, ever been caught up in sexual impropriety. Don't have to. You ain't having no conversation with a woman that don't want that conversation. You ain't interacting with a woman that don't want that interaction. Because you know there's plenty more fish out there to see. You're like, okay, all right. You not, but the ones, watch this. The toxic masculinity, or what I like I said, I thought we called it male chauvinist pig back in the day. The male chauvinist pig is thirsting for attention. He gonna say some stupid stuff. He gonna say some stupid stuff. He gonna do some stupid stuff. All of which is toxic by the damn way. And just to be clear, that male gets on other males' nerves. Like, damn, dog, why you trying so hard? White women tears are toxic femininity personified. I don't really know. Where's Frank Rambo? Nobody knows. Battlestar actor really should have been James Rose or Sam Wilson. Should have been, but hey, I ain't doing the casting. Moving the party right along. Let's get on over here to Black Panther and everything like that. We could talk about that. So just to sum that all up and everything like that, I believe masculinity, if we're asking me, handling your business. Handling your business. Now, that's you handling your business whether you're single. That's you handling your business whether or not you're in a relationship. If you're single, you taking care of business. If you're in a relationship, you're taking care of business. That's what masculinity is to me. Once again, I don't know what toxic masculinity is, but anything outside of that is anti-masculinity. There, that's where I'm at with it. So we get this latest article, and this is CBR, Brian Hill's Ultimate Black Panther. And I did not know what to take from this. This comes to us by Timothy Blake Donahue. 2 days ago, Marvel is quietly failing one of the best Avengers with one of the most disappointing storylines. One of the most. Okay, now, never mind. Ultimate Black Panther has the worst pacing in the Ultimate Universe. This Ultimate Universe comic copies Dune in the worst way. Black Panther's safe Ultimate Universe incarnation shows the hero's limitations. For decades of his existence, Black Panther was something of an also-ran Marvel Comics hero. Don't allow yourself to get triggered, because it's here. Don't allow yourself to get triggered. This finally began changing due to his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with his comic books also becoming somewhat more high profile. So was he in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when Christopher Priest was writing it? I know he wasn't in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when Reginald Hudlin wrote it. And I know he wasn't in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when Jonathan Mayberry wrote him. And I know he wasn't in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when David Lish wrote him. And mind you, these are all his titles, except for the David Lish run starting off and everything like that. And I know he went over to Fantastic Four and he participated in the Time Runs Out event, but I don't believe he was in the MCU then. No, I'm of the mindset that he was probably introduced in the MCU during Ta-Nehisi Coates' run. And I'm of the mindset we got Ta-Nehisi Coates' first run, which is a 25-issue run. And then we got Ta-Nehisi Coates' second run, second story arc, which is 25 issues. And that was the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. So I'm of the mindset that Ta-Nehisi Coates was already writing Black Panther prior to his introduction in 2016 Civil War. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be. I could be. I could be wrong. I don't believe so. So when we say stuff like this finally began changing due to his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, no, I don't believe that's when that was, because he had quite a few. Let me see. There was Rage of the Panther. Yeah. Then you had that World of Wakanda. And then you had that series with him with the Lexus car on the front of it and everything like that. Now I'm not necessarily picking up what he putting down when he said that. I'm gonna keep reading though. I'm gonna keep reading. Sadly, his most recent series is a bit of a letdown in different ways, and it speaks to some of the biggest issues with the hero. Well, y'all know I'm reading it, right? Right. What's going on, Mr. Hill? Y'all know I'm reading it, right? And y'all know I said I'm checking for three folks. BC, right? That's the door. That's the head door right now. And Faxol and Anon. I ain't seen them in a minute. Faxol and Anon. I ain't seen them in a minute. You know that's what I said. You know that's what I said. Now, T'Challa been in some fights and everything like that, and cause Man Mountain put him to sleep. Remember when Man Mountain and everybody and their mama been putting hands on Shorty except for Okoye. So the pacing. This is Wakanda. This would be a new take on Wakanda, right? A new take on Wakanda. This ain't New York. And then pacing. Well, I I ain't trying to be funny, but then T'Chaka get deleted in issue 1. I'm just asking a question. Didn't he get deleted in issue 1? We talking about pacing. Yeah, an explosion. But he got deleted in issue 1. And didn't an assassin go after Shorty in issue 2? I'm just asking a question because pacing, because I don't know what we mean when we say pacing, because he ain't really do a good job of telling folks in this article what he meant when he said pacing. But I'm like, okay, we got the fight then and everything like that. And then didn't him and Khonshu meet? Didn't they pulled up on each other, and then he gave Khonshu that roundhouse kick to the mouth, and Khonshu said, all right, say less then. Because me and Darren talked about that one all day. Like, bro, you just kick this dude in the mouth. You just kick this dude in the mouth and you just walk away. Okay. They did. Now, I get it. I understand if he's trying to figure out when T'Challa and Shorty gonna get it on, because what the witch lady said, they're gonna, and I get that. But see, that's being specific. That's being specific. You looking for that payoff. I get it. But this, because you know he got to stretch this story out for 24 issues, right? He got to stretch the story out. And do you know anybody in Wakanda say T'Challa? And no, he ain't just been, I'm not man, I'm going to keep reading. But he got to build this up. Because we really don't, even in 2025, you don't know that much about Wakanda. You don't. You don't even know what Shorty capable of. You don't. But let me keep reading. I'm going to keep with these notes, and then I'm going to go back in. This T'Challa is closer to early runs of Black Panther, Aurora. I'm talking about the state. Ultimate Black Panther is literally in a vacuum. I'm talking about the state of T'Challa. Obviously, the book is in a vacuum. Yeah. Characters under siege. Ain't no time to play it slow. Over a year in, and I got one tech feat and one good fight. Simply not good enough. Black Panther's writer need to stop acting like they are in a vacuum. So, you got T'Challa in the Ultimate Universe. Where this country is at, the maker don't know where it's at. The maker ain't messed with this Wakanda at all. Now, you got him doing the story with the element of vibranium and everything like that. And this ain't me saying it couldn't be faster, it couldn't be slower. This is me not saying that. What I'm saying is, you don't like the story? Because that's a simple yes or no. Because when you write articles like this, you telling somebody you don't like the story. Do you like the story? Because the pacing can be bad, but does the pacing by itself take away from the story? The quality of the story? You either like the story or you don't. You either like the story or you don't. I like the fact that vibranium is sentient. Okay, well, when was the last time I ever got vibranium sentient in a story? And I got two different forms of vibranium. I got one vibranium that's sentient that controls biological stuff, and the other vibranium that's a metal. Have I ever got that before? I got T'Challa married to Okoye. This is the first T'Challa iteration of a T'Challa that I got that's actually married to a member of the Dora Milaje. Now, could Okoye's relationship to T'Challa be fleshed out? Yeah, it could be. Is that going to do anything for the pacing? Because what do we know about T'Challa and Okoye aside from the fact that they married? Nothing. You don't know nothing. You don't even know if they didn't have any children yet or not. You don't, I don't, we don't. we don't know anything. We don't know where Faxel and Anon at. But now, if we do a story telling us where Faxel and Anon at, does that do anything for the pacing? Because that's a question that's sitting out there and everything like that. Does it do anything for the pacing? Because one was supposed to be looking at the shorty, one was supposed to be looking at the Okoye. Okay, well, clearly they back. But see, now that's me making specific critiques about the story. Specific critiques about the story. And then I'm of the mindset, this question here. What were his marching orders? But Theo, what do you mean? I got questions because I'm like, you don't write like this with Blade. You didn't write like this with Blade in either story arc. But then again, if I'm looking at another story, ain't nobody wrote like that with Akagon. I got 3 issues of Akagon, and don't name one of them issues resemble Storm. Don't name one of them issues resemble Storm. So it be one of them things where I be wanting us to do some critical analysis. Like, let me just not talk about the character. No, let me look at some patterns here. Okay. Well, Sam Wilson just had a comic book come out. Aside from me getting the Shadow Soldier, excuse me. Aside from me getting the Shadow Soldier, what am I hanging my hat on? I got okay, well, pacing. What's the complaint with Storm? Because you got action. You got action. Can't say you ain't got it. You got it. It's a problem, huh? So you got pacing over here. You got just utter disrespect right here. Like, that's just disrespectful. And then you got something over here. And the thing is, it bothers you as a person of color, regardless of what story you're looking at. You want T'Challa to be written a certain type of way. Excuse me. But you feel some type of way about that. You want Aurora to be written a certain type of way. But you feel some type of way about that. And you want Sam being written a certain type of way. You feel some type of way about that. Now, you know the characteristics of all these characters. You do. You know the characteristics of all these characters. And lately, for whatever reason, because it ain't just T'Challa, that's the part that I didn't like about it. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. It ain't just T'Challa. It's all of them over there. It's all of them over there. They all got issues. And it don't matter who writing them. It don't matter. I can say, well, yes, I love getting me a 5-issue Photon book. I can say that. Okay, we got Monica Rambeau. I did not get enough of her mother and father, if I'm being critical, constructively critical. I did not get enough of her mother and father, and the book really doesn't do anything. Except maybe ask another damn question. Is she a mutant or not? And since they didn't do a follow-up series to it, the thing the book did that matters, her and Adam Brashear broke up. It don't even matter that they put a whole different Beyonder in the comic book. No, what stands out to Monica Rambeau fans, because that's who would have bought it, is that she and Adam Brashear broke up. That's it. What's going to stand out over here with the Falcon miniseries? I'm sorry, the Sam Wilson Captain America miniseries, because that ain't going to be no ongoing monthly. It's going to probably stop at 10 or 12. Okay. The backyard barbecue. In that image, you sit up there looking at Elijah, how he looking, not Elijah, Isaiah, how he looking all lost in the face and everything like that. The backyard barbecue and them basically picking cotton in the fields. and the Shadow Soldier. So you got 2 cons and a pro. All right. What you looking at over here with Ultimate Black Panther? T'Challa ain't interacting with anybody else? Why not? Theo, what you mean? I mean, why the Ultimates ain't interacting with T'Challa yet? Why T'Challa ain't interacting with the Ultimates yet? How many issues we in? 14? We only got 10 more left. Ain't he supposed to be on the Ultimates at some point? Now, see, that's a critical question. Why not? We're not just talking about pacing. See how we just specifically pointed out? Why hasn't he interacted with the Ultimates yet? Why hasn't any of the makers? Well, we can't even say none of the makers' goons interacted with him, because that literally would have been Khonshu and Ra, and he didn't put hands on them already. Was the fight between him and Khonshu anticlimactic? Yeah, but if you think about it, he'd been whooping Khonshu's ass throughout the whole entire book. It was the other folks that he was having problems with. So him beating the hell out of Khonshu, that was kind of what that was. But now, could we do a better story of, I guess we wanted him and Aurora to already have the child. I think that's what that is. I think that's what that, he said it was coming. He said it was coming. But now, do we slam this story right now and it ain't done? Do we slam this story like he just did and it ain't done? Because he kept going. Hold on. The current Ultimate Black Panther book by Brian Edward Hill and Stefano Caselli is one of the only disappointments in the new Ultimate Universe. Wow, that's saying a lot. Mind you, the writer is black. The writer is black. You know what I find disappointing? I find disappointing that, and I'm not the first person to mention this, but on the Ultimates, that big ass roster, nobody black is on it yet. You know what I find disappointing about the Ultimates, and people have tried to spin this in a good way, that Luke Cage is still in damn prison. I find that to be a stereotypical trope. We did it again. So I got the Ultimates with no black characters. I got Luke Cage in prison. And the only other black character, as if there are no black superheroes in America that's not locked up, is T'Challa in Wakanda. If I'm going to be disappointed, if I'm going to say something got a big issue, especially next to hits such as Ultimate Spider-Man. So you like Ultimate Spider-Man, huh? That's a hit to you, huh? You ain't nowhere in it. Telling a plotting story that barely uses its main character. Well, when T'Challa ain't been used. Let me see. I got him putting hands on Khonshu throughout the story. I got Man Mountain doing something. I got him jumping off the platform in issue 1 trying to catch the person that blew up his father and everything like that. I got him giving orders to Factual and Anon to watch over Shuri and Okoye. I got him having a conversation with Okoye about Shuri and her thirst for war and everything like that. I got him waking up in the Golden Throne Room with after he got stabbed by Man Mountain and everything. I got him going out in the desert and everything like that, putting hand on some other folks, just some mercenaries and everything like that. When one of the dudes asked him, did he ask the dude, do you know who I am? And the dude said, no, I don't really know you like that. I don't really get out like that. So when? Never mind. It seems that the MCU might have artificially inflated the hero's brand, And the new book is one of several examples of the wind leaving T'Challa's sails. Why though? Why though is the wind leaving T'Challa's sails? Why though? It ain't got nothing to do with them killing the character off in the MCU. It ain't got anything to do with John Ridley's horrific run. You did mention that. That was bullshit. Might the attention be back on him if we allow Dr. Eve Ewing to finish her story? You know, because we did get the Intergalactic Empire at the end of her run. And did you not appreciate who showed up? Monet showed up, right? Monet showed up. Deathlock showed up, right? Who else? Besa, everybody and their mama lost they damn mind about a transgender character being introduced. Dr. Eve Ewing made it work, right? Okay, well, you got that. So,
do you still got moments for my charger?
It's my charger, sweetie. I'm using it. Excuse me. So I'm trying to. He whooped ass all throughout that story and everything like that. We got M. Telly, right? We got Kivisi Ma, right? We Captain Ndozi, the first iteration of the High Toots that I say. I'm just maybe I saw some. You know what? Let me keep going, because I'm thinking maybe I saw some stuff. Maybe I saw some stuff. Maybe this sounds like a BS narrative. I'm just saying, like, I thought maybe. So then, why is Shorty a super genius if Hill is just pulling from early Black Panther? Is Shorty really a super genius? She like playing with her war toys and everything like that, but this allegation of her being a super genius she's a war general. Well, most war generals, regardless of their IQ, have some say-so on the type of weapons that are designed. But we ain't saying she didn't did anything else. We ain't saying she designed his habit. We ain't even showing her to be a better fighter than him, because she getting her ass whooped. We ain't showing her to know a damn thing about vibranium. So this would be me saying this is probably being extra sensitive to what we've been getting, but you ain't got that in Dr. Eve Ewing's run, and you ain't got that in Brian Hill's run, and you ain't get that in Sherilyn Eaton's run. But hey, he did. He was putting them down. Everybody been taking an L. Dr. Eve Ewing had him putting hands on folks. Sherilyn Eaton, she didn't even have him really get involved with them Atlanteans. He was like, I got my nuclear ability, let me go about my business. And even if we looking at Brian Hill's run, Man Mountain, yeah, that was funny. That was funny. That was funny, because Man Mountain still to this day ain't got no name. And the vibranium. Man Mountain and the vibranium. That's it. That's all who put L's on. That's it. But even if we look at the Ultimates, did we not see what the Ultimates did to everybody else? I don't know if we've been keeping track with the Ultimate, but Thor got foobarbed by Captain Britain. Anthony, Tony, whatever you want to call him, Bruce put hands on him, and oh my goodness gracious, like Bruce, like my dog is in ICU right now. Folks thought my dog was gone. This She-Hulk, I don't know what we doing with her hand and everything, but she ran up on Bruce and literally missing a hand. Like the only, and I think Peter then went through it with somebody that was on the Maker's payroll. The only person that ain't taking no L's from nobody from the Maker Squad is T'Challa. T'Challa got them two dudes locked up right now. And I feel bad for one of them because the other brother, he ain't really do nothing. He just kept telling the other brother, stop running up on T'Challa. Stop, I got it. Stop running up on T'Challa. I got it. Stop running up on T'Challa. I got it. Now we both locked up. This must be I'm just saying. I mean, he wasn't all great. Did he not need a suit from Nightshade to beat the big bad at the end? You see how you went for that one thing. Damn, even Bruce go to Lucius Fox. That one thing. So watch this. Not that he came up with his own damn hideout, because he did. Not that he came up with his own image inducer, because he did. Not that he was literally walking around with not only two different damn accents, but two different volume pitches, because he was literally using that image inducer as well. Not that he was using his deductive reasoning. Don't make me go in with Dr. Eve Ewing, because I remember when he went in there and he was looking for Shangermeyer's son, and she said, I can't even detect him by his spirit. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that. See, I read that and I know how to compartmentalize. There were way too many instances in which he was given all the props in the world for being able to do what he did. You went to that one thing. One. And let me tell you how it go. Because you only saw Nightshade one time. Instead of just saying, wow, because I do this with Marwa Ayodele. Instead of saying, wow, she came up with a way to work in a character we ain't seen in a while. Like that should be what the takeaway. Damn, I got to see Lady Nightshade. That's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate that, E. Appreciate that, doctor. That's what you should be thinking. But because where you at, I get it. I don't agree with it though. I get it. I don't agree with it. Because you should be able to move past that. Instead of looking at the character that seldomly shows up in comics, show up in a Black Panther comic where it makes sense. We want to, that one thing right there, I ain't like that. Gives cats like this energy. The Black Panther run by Ta-Nehisi Coates was much the same way, with the comics written more as bloviating diatribes than engaging stories. All while T'Challa became an afterthought in his own book. You know, I read them stories, and I'm sorry. You have to tell me which book he was an afterthought in. The fact that the Ultimate Universe books narratively move something resembling a real time only makes matters worse. Well, you have to talk to the editors about that. And it cements just how much time passes without anything of note happening in the story. So Man Mountain stabbing him in the leg, that ain't. Vibranium telling him to delete old boy that ain't do it for you. That ain't. Vibranium building a whole headquarters for Khonshu and Ra. No, okay, all right. T'Challa kicking Khonshu in the mouth, and Khonshu just walking away. Talking about, all right, no. Shuri getting her ass drugged not once but twice. Not that that's funny. You just literally had you had a chase after a female get kicked in her snot locker, and then you had a dude teleport in where they had the vibranium. He kicked in her snot locker. The only person ass she can whoop is Okoye. I'm I read them stories. Like I'm just saying it's fights going on in the story. Is what I'm saying. It's fighting. Let me see here. The action scenes are another manifestation of this issue, especially when the book ended its first year. Ultimate Black Panther's battle against the Moon Knight wasted all this buildup, as the actual fight barely lasted any time at all. Well, I mean, he the Black Panther. What you want me to be mad about? How long I want this fight? See, I got to pick and choose my battle. You want me to be mad that he whooped Khonshu ass? No, I'm a Black Panther fan. Whoop his ass. Whoop his ass. I don't want it to take too long. I don't. Beat him down. Beat him down like he stole. Beat him down like he stole something, and that's what he did. I don't want my dude looking like he got. I don't. So you like what was done with John Ridley? That's what that is. You like that John Ridley foolishness? No, we don't want that over here. We don't want that over here. We don't want that over here. We don't want this. We don't want that over here. I wonder if these dudes want Reed Richards in a cat suit. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Move past the science and tech, because if that's all you think T'Challa is, then you don't know. I'm just saying. I'm harsh on Ridley and Hill to Eve. I mean, yeah, you can be, but I can still have a point. Then say that in the comment. We are not at the point that T'Challa feet should be left in doubt when it comes to science and tech. Who is we? Wait. Who? Wait, let me read this again. You got me laughing with this one. Hold on. We are not at the point that T'Challa feet should be left in doubt when it comes to science and tech. Who is we? Who is we? See, I can't give you what I got for myself. I can't give you what I got for myself. But I'm not finna argue with nobody that don't know what I know in regards to T'Challa. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying I don't feel it like I know what T'Challa can do. That's all that matters. If you want to know, I'm gonna tell you. If you care, you either gonna care or you not gonna care. But listen, I would love to tell you that I give two damns about what folks think about T'Challa. I would be. I would love to tell you that. The thing is that folks that care gonna care. Those that's not gonna care, they not gonna care. I don't give it, and I'm saying that they not gonna give. They could care less how they write T'Challa. If T'Challa is an inferior character, regardless of how he's being written, they're going to say he's inferior. You got folks saying Matt Murdock could whip his ass. You literally got folks on Twitter that are supposed to be Black Panther fans saying T'Challa without his abilities and his suit would lose a fight to Matt. We got to go above and beyond to make it an even playing field. From why don't we take away Matt's suit, which includes the billy clubs, and take away his superhuman ability, which would make up his heightened senses? We could do that. Now you got a Olympic level athlete. That's still what he is. Trained in various forms of martial arts, one of which he invented, going up against a blind dude that can fight, but he blind. No extrasensory abilities whatsoever. He can't see you coming. You know what that means? T'Challa gonna whoop his ass. T'Challa gonna whoop his ass. We would probably stand a halfway decent ass of whooping his ass. You know it. I don't care that Kevin Feige because Kevin Feige don't care. I don't care Ryan Coogler don't care. I don't care about anybody that don't know and don't care. All I give a damn about are those that, watch this, they may not know, but they care. That's who I care about. What's going on, Grand Madam? They aren't fans, just call it. Ain't much to be happy about in America right now. So yeah, I'm unhappy, but T'Challa don't move my mental state. Not saying that he do. He ain't delivered impressive hands or tactics either. I read his blade. Look, I'm hard on Eve, but she delivered better. Here's the thing. You care about the character. I can tell that unequivocally. I do too. I'm just old enough to know that there are going to be some down years with a character, even when they trying to put shine on the character. I had the X-Men had a couple of bad years and everything like that. Didn't matter whether or not you liked the character. Didn't matter if the writer actually cared about the character. The stories were just, they were subpar. But at the end of the day, what you want is somebody that actually cares about the characters. And what I get from these writers, the one that we talked about, Hill, Dr. Ewing, Miss Eaton, Miss Gay, Mr. List, Mr. Mayberry, Hutland, Priest, is that they all care. Now, every story wasn't going to be every story. Every story wasn't going to be a story that we liked and everything like that. I could tell you there's some people that while they found the last 12 issues of Christopher Priest's run interesting, didn't give two damns about that. They're like, hey man, what's going on over here with T'Challa? No. You can sit him off over there on the side or something like that. Bring me back to T'Challa. So every story ain't going to be every story. What I want, what I expect is that the character T'Challa and all those characters in Wakanda be given the time to grow that Dick Grayson got. That's what I'm talking about right now. Let my character get that time in the shining there. Let my character get the Miles Morales treatment. Let my character get and Miles is a legacy character because he got Peter to amp him up and everything like that. Let my character get the Logan treatment. But then Logan got the X-Men treatment. See, we're not necessarily using who T'Challa could be to lift him up. Because while Buddy was sitting up here talking about this storyline, and I don't want to forget this, you talking about what Brian Hill. No, Brian Hill is not the most disappointing storyline when it comes to T'Challa this year. It's this Avengers comic book. It's the Avengers comic book. Now, I don't know why that would be the question that I would ask. I don't know why we sat up here and as somebody that's a comic book critic, you want to talk about the pacing of Brian Hill's run in regards to T'Challa. Ask the question, why did T'Challa go ghost in the Avengers as soon as Aurora got there? Now, see, that's the question we should be asking. We don't want to ask that one. Yeah, I find it, Theo, don't do it. No. I find it ironic that the person who wrote this article is a brother. The character that we're snapping after is a black character. The writer that we're talking about in reference to said character is a black writer. But we're not saying anything about the comic book written by the white writer where it's beyond a damn shadow of a doubt. It ain't no mystery. It ain't no clue. The character been sidelined for like how many issues? We got folks Crump talking about how good of a month June gonna be because T'Challa is finally coming back to the Avengers. That's sidelining. He coming back? Ain't he an Avenger? Why that ain't making in this article? Why that mention that T'Challa goes for like 6 issues? That's underutilized. That's the epitome of being underutilized. You, the most dangerous man alive, and they came and got you because you him. And for 6 to 7 issues, we put you up on the shelf. But when we want to talk about disappointing runs, see how I'm doing this now? Because where's T'Challa being shown at, being shined at over there? And that should be the comic, that because the dude let him tell it. T'Challa is his favorite Avenger. Yeah, folks say the damnedest thing. T'Challa is his favorite Avenger. Yo, you sideline your favorite Avenger for 6 to 7 issues. Sideline it. But when we talk about synergy, that means T'Challa should be balling out of control on the Avengers. Doing all that stuff that we talking about, we want him to do. Let him get bigged up. That's what we do with Logan. Let him get bigged up. Okay. That's what we doing with Storm. Let him get bigged up. But blaming this on this nonsense, we gonna say what we gonna say. That's because we just talk ish about us, never them. Yeah. Was Black Panther versus Predator not this year? Because that was the most disappointing T'Challa comic I read last. It was partly last year. It was last year. That Benjamin Percy, that was hot trash. 6 to 7 issues without science, tech, or appearance. That's the epitome of sidelining a character. You can't sideline no character better than that. Oh, you ain't even gonna appear in the comic book. And we ain't got no reason why. We ain't got no character ain't even showing up in Doom War. What is it? One World Under Doom? If it's about Africa, we need to find people that know how to write Africa. Because as I said to Kamoyo, I said it last night. One, if we're looking at T'Challa, who's his primary villain? Okay, how popular is the villain? Because everybody and their mama know the Joker. I ain't even reading the S-Jatics. But who's T'Challa's number one nemesis? And how famous is that nemesis? How famous is the nemesis? It's not finna be too damn famous, not when that nemesis is finna be a hero in the damn video game. Because we ain't ever doing the Joker. Right. Okay, who's his number 2 nemesis? Because everybody and their mama know who the Riddler is. Everybody and their mama know who the Penguin is. We ain't even gave T'Challa a decent love interest with somebody that don't like him, i.e. the female character. Bruce got a character. Quite a couple. Hell. Clark got a character. Hell. Peter got a character. Hell. Tony got a character. Hell. Cap got a character. Hell. Bruce got a character. He do. Where is this? Because if we're going to talk about what's going on with the character, we need to talk about what's going on with the character, which is development of the character in and of itself. But we just rather tell the character down. Listen, I'm going to get on up out of here. I appreciate y'all for rocking with a brother. His top 3 are Killmonger, Claw, and M'Baku, and 2 of them are going to be playable. Yep. And but we're not talking about that. See, if we're going to have, and God knows I could, if we're going to have an honest conversation about the deconstruction, actually that ain't it, because that's the wrong terminology. If we're going to have an honest conversation about the destruction of T'Challa and Wakanda as fiction, then we're going to have to leave feelings at the house and address the facts as they are on the table. And I don't think enough of us know, and I damn sure feel like don't enough of us care. Because if we did, we would be speaking truth to it. To your point, S-Jatics, if that book didn't come out last year and it came out this year, then Predator versus Black Panther would be easily trash. Easily trash. But the fact that we got the Avengers ongoing monthly, he works for CBR. Well, clearly he read comic books. Now, maybe he's just only keeping up with the ones that he liked. But it's safe to say Jed McKay's Avengers ain't one of the titles he's keeping up with. Because if it was, and we're talking about pacing in regards to T'Challa, Black Panther, okay, well, what all has T'Challa done in the Avengers? And they got more issues. They got more issues going on with them right now than Brian Hill got. Okay, so what's T'Challa done? You okay? You gonna tell me he went to the Meridian Diadem and set it up? Okay, he's still over there. and is that gonna matter when he come back? Like, is the Meridian Diadem now part of the intergalactic empire of Wakanda? We just don't give two damn. Like, that was just a story we needed to write him up out of there. Yeah, y'all, they ain't ready for that discussion. They ain't ready for that discussion. We could have it though. Y'all hit me up in the comment section. Listen, I'm out. I gotta go take me some cough medicine. I apologize. Daughter got sick. Wife got sick. Listen, I'm out. Appreciate y'all so much. Once again, happy Easter. Grand Madam Tara, I see you. I ain't gonna forget and everything like that. Happy Easter to you. Right. Happy Resurrection Day to you. Right. Happy 420 to you. Right. Now tomorrow, knocking on wood, God willing, I'm gonna wake up and everything like that. Tomorrow will be my 57 years. Lord Jesus, have mercy. Lord, 57. Like, I want to say 57, like around about 8:27 in the morning. I'm gonna be 57 years old. Wow. And I'm thankful for each and every day. Listen, I'm out. In the meantime, in between time, till next time, in memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and soul. We out.